Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the invisible architecture that powers literally every company, its organizational structure. You can think of it as the skeleton that holds a business together, and we're going to see exactly how it's built.
I mean, really think about it. Some days, everything just clicks, right? Projects flow, everyone knows what they're doing, and communication is easy. And then there are those other days where it feels like total chaos with crossed wires and nobody's sure who's supposed to make a decision. So what's the difference?
Well, a huge part of the answer is that company blueprint. See, it's not just about hiring great people. It's about how you organize those people, their tasks, and who has the authority to do what. This structure is one of the biggest reasons a company succeeds or fails.
So let's get right into it and start with the basics. What exactly is this blueprint we're talking about?
Essentially, it's the official rulebook that answers all the big questions. Who does what? Who reports to whom? And how do all the different pieces of the puzzle fit together to hit the company's big goals? It's the master plan for actually getting work done. And here's the thing. This blueprint isn't set in stone. As a company gets bigger and its goals change, its structure has to change with it. To make this super clear, we're going to follow the journey of a fictional company and watch how its blueprint has to evolve at every single stage of its growth.
Every great company starts somewhere, right? Usually it's in a garage or a coffee shop with just one person and a really great idea. This is the entrepreneurial stage.
So, let's meet our company, QuickCharge. It's a brand new startup and the founder has just invented a game-changing new phone charger. In these early days, it's all about one thing: speed. They have to be super nimble and react to what the market wants, like yesterday.
So QuickCharge naturally uses the simplest structure there is, the entrepreneurial one. It's totally straightforward. You've got the founder right in the middle of everything, making all the important calls. It's a classic hub-and-spoke model, where everything revolves around that central person.
But, this structure is a double-edged sword. The huge advantage is speed. Decisions get made instantly, which lets QuickCharge pivot on a dime. The downsides, though, they're pretty significant. There's really no career path for employees, and the entire company's fate is resting on the shoulders of one single person.
And that leads to the inevitable growing pains. QuickCharge is a huge hit, orders are flying in, and all of a sudden, the founder becomes a massive bottleneck. The very structure that made them so agile is now grinding everything to a halt. This is where the next evolution has to happen. It's time to stop relying on one person to do everything and start organizing by expertise. The founder of QuickCharge has a moment of clarity. They realize they can't possibly be an expert in marketing and production and finance all at the same time. To keep the company growing, they have to hire specialists, people who are actually better at those jobs than they are. They need to build proper departments. This pushes them toward what's called a functional structure. They set up a board of directors, and under them, they create specialized departments. So now you've got all the marketing folks working together in the marketing department, all the engineers in production, and so on. People with similar skills are finally grouped together. Now, this new structure definitely solves that bottleneck problem. It's way more efficient, you get what's called economies of scale, and it gives employees a real career ladder to climb. But of course, new problems pop up. Big decisions can get bogged down as they move up and down the chain of command, and sometimes you get departments creating their own little empires competing with each other instead of working together. This functional structure works great as long as the company stays focused on one thing. But what happens when the now successful QuickCharge decides it wants to diversify? I mean, their phone charger experts probably don't know the first thing about building laptops. This kind of structure just can't handle that. So, to solve this new problem, QuickCharge has to evolve yet again. It needs a way to divide its operations so it can conquer new markets. And that brings us to the divisional structure. Instead of organizing by job type, the company now organizes around products, or markets, or even geography. Each division acts like its own little mini-company with its own marketing, finance, and production teams. You might have a charger division and a brand new laptop division. The real beauty of this model is that it lets a company grow and branch out almost infinitely, and responsibility is crystal clear. The head of the laptop division is 100% accountable for how well it does. The downside? Well, the head office can start to lose a bit of control over these independent divisions, and you get some duplication. Each division might have its own HR team, its own marketing team, and that can be costly. And hey, just remember, this isn't only about making different products. A giant global company might set up divisions for North America, Europe, and Asia. Or maybe a consulting firm has a division for its big corporate clients, and another one for private individuals. You can really see how this plays out in different ways.
For example, a company might be split into divisions based on different product lines, chargers versus laptops. Or that same company could apply the exact same logic, but split itself up based on geographic regions, like a northern division and a southern division. The principle is exactly the same. Break the big, complex organization into smaller, more focused units.
Okay, so we followed Quick Charge all the way from a small startup to a massive corporation. What's the big takeaway here? How does any company choose the right blueprint?
We've seen a really clear progression, haven't we? The entrepreneurial structure is built for speed. The functional structure is all about specialization and being efficient. And the divisional structure is designed for diversification and managing complexity on a massive scale.
And that brings us to maybe the most important point of all this. There is no single best structure. There's no magic one-size-fits-all solution. The right organizational structure is simply the one that best supports the company's strategy. Your blueprint has to match the building you're actually trying to construct.
So, I'll leave you with this question. Take a look around your own workplace. Can you see the lines of its blueprint? Is it entrepreneurial, functional, divisional, or maybe it's some kind of hybrid of them all? Because understanding that structure is really the first step to understanding how your organization truly works.